So we are out at a house as Storms and Pains. So this particular client, if you look at this window, it's nice and nasty. So this is how the storm window comes out. We need to clean this side of the glass. So there's three pieces. There's a screen. Comes out like this. Then we take the top window down next. And that window comes out. And then we have a third window. So you pull it, give it a little tilt. And there's these little metal pieces on here, and this is what goes in the rungs. So this window here is a different size from this window, and they only go in certain order. So if you notice, there's different rungs here. The biggest window goes here. Actually, the smallest window, the biggest window, and then the screen goes next. So now we can clean the outside of this window with a water-fed pole. But in this case, we're actually tilting the window in. So some windows tilt in. If this window goes up and down like this is a double hung window. If this part is stationary and the bottom only moves, that's called a single hung window. So this is a double hung window with storms. Storms are only designed to come out from the inside, but the window has to be functional. If the window can only go this far up, you can't get the storm out. The window has to be fully functional in order to get the storm out. So in this particular case, we don't want to go outside and use a water-fed pole, so we're going to tilt the window in. So we're going to only lift it up to 2 inches. We don't want this spring to get loose and come apart. So we're going to press in here, we're going to press in here, so this window tilts. But we got to keep this low center of gravity, so if this window comes out, it'll come up and the spring will flip, and that's a very bad day. So I'm going to bring this second window down. Now I've got to go through 2 sections of these. So now I can flip both windows in. And now this is the tricky part. If you're a short person, this is not a job for you. Now I got to set these kind of on my chest and have all my equipment here. So I'm cleaning the window. Got my handy dandy squeegee right here. And I'm squeegeeing the window. All the water is going down. Then, taking my towel, I'm going to wipe all the edges, even the bottom edge on this particular one. I don't normally wipe the bottom edge on the inside, but in this case, wiping the bottom edge. So I put the window back, you can see this nice and clean. Pressing these pieces in. The window's in. Now I got my second window. I'm going to squeegee the second window. I'm using gravity as my friend. All the water is rolling down. If I see that this window is extra dirty, I'll go and applicate it again. Sometimes they're really bad and I've got to do them twice. In this particular case here, I'm going to do a little extra scrubbing. Got some hard minerals. These are not coming off, so I'm going to leave that as is. But if you look here, window came out pretty darn good. It's got some hard minerals that are not coming off, these little spots. You probably can't see them in the camera. Put my window back up. All right, now to clean the storm. Generally with storms, we have a nice towel that's laid out to protect the surface. If you're doing on carpet, this is brand new carpet. We don't want to get it wet. So normally I have a big towel here. This is a small towel, but I just want to show you how I clean the storm window. I want to wet the storm window. And I'm going to wet both sides at the same time. Come through here. Wet the storm window. Take the storm window. Using gravity as my friend again. All the water is flowing down. Flipping the squeegee. Other side. All water is flowing down. Taking my 4 fingers like this. Making a little thing. And going through and wiping water from the edge. And sometimes these corners are dirty, or sometimes there's seed type things and I gotta get off of them. And then I just kind of hold it up I'll get the light and see if I missed anything. Missed a little bit of water here. These storm windows are never going to be perfect. I don't try to over-analyze them because they'll go crazy. And we'll do the last storm window. This one's got some mold going on it here. Some mold spores. Through here. Clean that real good. I want to make sure if I bring any debris inside the house, I want to clean that up. As you can hear, there's a vacuum going in the background. These people are getting their house cleaned. I don't want to make a mess. I want it cleaner than when I came in the room. Make sure all the debris and everything's cleaned up. Also want to make sure that these windows are locked. You don't want to have a security issue where someone feels like they got to go behind you and lock their whole house. Plus, if somebody's soft washing it, you want to make sure the window is locked so that if you spray any water, water does not come in. So this window is clean. I'll put my water. Like I said, these are different sizes. I come in here and tilt this so you can see the little hooks. Goes on the first hook. This one goes on the hook. I have these little levers down here. And these little levers are what connect them to these little hooks to stop the window. Bring it all the way up as high as it'll go. And then I grab the next window, make sure that these pieces, this one's jammed up. Sometimes you need a tool or WD-40. I always have a window cleaning tool, like a multi-tool to use in case stuff gets jammed up with windows, especially if you clean the windows. This one right here, I see a little bit of stuff on it. Give it a little buff. See a little bit of stuff here. These are hard to see when you're doing them in the house with not a lot of sunlight. It's not going to be perfect. It is a storm window. Alright, we got a little issue here. This one is not completely locked in. There we go. This one comes in next. Clears that. Now I can see stuff that I couldn't see before. I realize that this stuff here is actually hard minerals. It's not coming off. So that it is what it is. Bring this down. That one's locked in. This stuff just does not come off. It is what it is. And then you got a screen. Of course, these levers are faced toward us again. And with the screen's gonna camouflage a bunch of that junk. We just camouflaged it so you can't see it now. Again, you wanna make sure this is all the way to the top. If this is not latching properly, it's probably the fact that this is not jammed all the way to the top. And that is clean. I need to make sure if I was doing a service where I'm doing the windowsills, I'd make sure all the windowsills are cleaned out. If I'm dropping any pieces of stuff, I want to pull it out or stuff off the carpet. And I never want to set like wet things on a bed or a table or anything like that. You want to make sure all your surroundings are clear as far as hitting lamps and everything because you're wearing all this window cleaning equipment. So that's the basics of cleaning a storm window.